Once upon a time, in a land called Israel, there was a young boy named David. He was a shepherd, which means he took care of his father's sheep. David had older brothers who were soldiers in the army of Israel, but David stayed home to look after the sheep. One day, there was a big problem. The Israelites were at war with a group of people called the Philistines. The Philistines had a giant warrior named Goliath. Goliath was very tall, very strong, and he scared everyone. Every day, Goliath came out to shout at the Israelites, saying, "Who will fight me? If someone can beat me, the Philistines will be your servants. But if I win, you will serve us." But no one in the Israelite army was brave enough to fight Goliath because he was so big and strong. David's father sent him to bring some food to his brothers in the army. When David arrived and heard about Goliath, he couldn't believe no one wanted to fight the giant. David wasn't afraid because he believed that God would help him. So David said, "I will fight Goliath." The king of Israel, Saul, heard about David's bravery and sent for him. King Saul tried to give David his armor to wear, but it was too big and heavy for David, so David took it off. Instead, David decided to use what he knew best, his sling, a small tool to throw stones. He also picked 5 smooth stones from a river. When David went out to face Goliath, the giant laughed at him and made fun of him. Goliath said, "You are just a boy. How can you fight me?" But David wasn't scared. He shouted back, "You come at me with a sword and a spear, but I come to you in the name of God, who will help me win." David took a stone, put it in his sling, and swung it around. Then he let the stone fly, and it hit Goliath right in the forehead. Goliath fell to the ground with a big thud, and he was defeated. David had won. The Philistines saw that their champion had lost, and they ran away. David became a hero because he trusted in God to help him, even though he was small and young. And from that day on, David was known as the brave boy who beat the giant Goliath. After David defeated Goliath, the whole Israelite army cheered with joy. They couldn't believe what had happened. A young shepherd boy had defeated the mighty giant with just a sling and a stone. The Philistines, seeing that their great warrior was dead, became afraid and ran away. The Israelites chased after them and won the battle. When David returned to King Saul, the king was amazed and asked, "Who is this brave boy?" David told the king that he was the son of Jesse, a simple man who lived in Bethlehem. From that day on, King Saul kept David with him because he saw how special David was. David became a close friend of the king's son, Jonathan, and everyone in Israel admired David for his courage and faith in God. As David grew older, he became a great warrior and leader. The people loved him because he always trusted in God and did what was right. Eventually, David became king of Israel, and he ruled the people with wisdom and kindness. David's victory over Goliath showed everyone that it doesn't matter how big or strong you are on the outside. What matters is having a brave heart and trusting in God. Even the smallest person can do great things when they have faith, and that's the story of David and Goliath.